And we are live.
All right, what is up, beautiful people? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Frosted Fist, and I'm your wolf brother, Mythos Kushranada.
And I'm Sleepy Freak. Welcome to the show.
I would wait until you're taking a sip. Guys, welcome to this awesome early Saturday live stream that we do specifically to hang out with our friends over at the UK and Europe, and we've got some pretty awesome friends in Spain, South America, so it just really helps us sync up with this part of the world. So, how are all you beautiful people today? We have a really incredibly talented guest today, the Crimson Painter. Guys, please give it up for brother Zach. Zach, please introduce yourself to the community and kind of give a little bit about yourself.
Okay, cheers, Mythos. So I'm Zach. Been painting for quite a few years. Got interested just one day went out and about with family. We went to the one in Birmingham when it used to be inside the ball ring, and played a demo game. A couple moons later, me and my brother got the Assault on Black Reach set. I started with the Space Marines, and yeah, that was it really. Pretty got hooked then. Then had a typical kind of dropout, girls and all that jazz, and I think it was not the October beforehand, found all my old stuff and just started painting. Started off with some Blood Angels, then I found the Peninsula Hobby and Chill group with Andy Lewis and the guys there, and then met yourselves in the group and all sorts, and then yeah, just really started buckling down and painting really. And
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I do mean to cut you off. Did you just say this past October?
No, the October beforehand. So
oh, okay. I was
Octobers
about to say, have you been doing this like 5 months and you're doing non-metallic metals? Oh,
I want to. I could have a go. But
don't get me started. I've got a lighter ready to go, man.
We will burn our brushes right now.
I will burn my. See that bench back there? You're gonna see an inferno in a little bit.
I'm sorry. Please
gasoline straight over it. No, so I started back 2 Octobers ago, so what would it be, 2018, end of 2018. I restarted, got myself back into it, really get myself into it. Got myself some Blood Angels, worked on those, really enjoyed it. Then I kind of dropped back out again, and then I picked it up going into the new year, working on just anything and everything really. Weirdly enough, if it's not mine, I appreciate the models more because someone will have them, and they're a reflection of how much effort and time you put into those. So, yeah, obviously, as you two are aware, I'm doing Dan's Gene Stealer Cultists, and I'm really enjoying them. The only bit, it's bittersweet really, because it's like you give the models back, and you're like, oh no, all this hard work, all that effort. It's like, oh damn it.
I feel that same way when I'm going to have to hand these salamanders over to my brother. Be like, Here you go. Especially, I feel like that Dreadnought's one of the best things I've ever painted. Like,
exactly.
Here you go, bro. Okay, you can take it from my hand now. Mythos, you need to let go. You can take this Dreadnought now. Mythos, you're gripping tighter. Oh, you didn't want to take the Dreadnought?
Starts walking away back to his car. What are you doing? Go back. Wait a minute. Drives away. Bye.
I tried giving him the Dreadnought. He didn't seem to want it.
You're on the phone. Oh yeah, I'm in the spot. Where are you? Oh no, I can't hear you breaking up.
I totally feel you on that, my man. And especially you always push yourself harder when it's someone else's. I think that is how I got to this level of scope, because I wasn't that confident when I first started painting until someone in the shop said, hey, if I give you $100, will you paint my ghost keel? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I like your painting style. And then by taking on, I ended up doing their whole Betrayal at Calth box and having a whole box where I wanted, don't get me wrong, it didn't come out that great because it was my first commission ever. But like, looking back at the time, I was like, man, I'm doing so much better than I used to. But pushing myself, that entire commission, that entire Betrayal at Calth box, each one trying to do better than the last one, I think really helped establish my skill set and build it up.
I think pressure really helps as well. It's a different thing because obviously the commissions I've done, they're all for friends, but I've given myself unnecessary pressure to like this is a reflection of my work, and if it isn't the best I can do at the time, obviously they're not going to necessarily be aware of how good you can or can't be, because they'll only see you improve. So obviously, yeah, if you do a rubbish job, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, what's this? But yeah, I think when I first started off, I did a Squad of Iron Warriors. I did the Death Watch miniatures for Overkill, for Stephen in Peninsula Hobby and Chill. Gone full circle now, doing the cultists. But I think all in all, you just enjoy it, and you appreciate that someone else is afterwards going to appreciate it, and their reaction is like, oh, these models are great. So I did for a friend the other not too long ago that Dragonborn miniature I was doing. So that was my miniature. I bought it for me. I painted it for me, and I was like, I know who would appreciate this more than I would appreciate it. And I painted it the best I did. I painted it while I was on holiday, celebrating my birthday, my girlfriend's birthday, and our anniversary. I was painting it just, yeah, we can go out later. We can do our holiday. I'm painting a dragon.
I should have asked you for that picture beforehand. I love that Dragonborn so much. The skin is so crisp on it, and then all the textures that you did for the armor from Skyrim. By the way, Freak and I are both big Skyrim fans.
And she's still with you, right?
Skyrim.
Your girl, she's still with you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, yeah, because like, you know, it's like, all right, yeah, we'll go out later. I want to go out now. What?
What? I can't hear you. We're going shopping. Oh, my leg. Ah, it really hurts. Oh.
Yeah, you're like, hi, you know what? I've got a migraine, so this is the only thing. Yeah, so just, not right now.
I've got to get some rest. Oh, I've got an early morning tomorrow.
But you're painting. It's therapy.
And that's how we get to I will remember.
Yep. You know, your left eye is swole. How'd it get like that? I ran into a door. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna catch up with the chat real quick, gents. We got a ton of really awesome people here today, even in the first few minutes of the chat. Wybird says, I did as all Americans. We showed up first. Well, that's some Americans. I'm very, very, very. I put a pro in procrastination. So
I have a T-shirt.
I'm not one of those. Oh man. Brother Dabunka says, I just finished my belly workout. You guys on the big screen and in a meat coma. Meat comas are the best comas.
Indeed.
Is there a best coma? No, it's got to be the one. Oh, awesome. So our man here, Crimson Painter, has popped a hey guys in the chat. So if you want to click over to his YouTube channel, you can find him there. And we'll talk about some of the other ways you can find him later on. I liked the tutorial on barbecuing that Wybird Miniatures did yesterday. It was a shame it was a Black Templar champion, though. I like that model. But I'm not a big fan of Finecast, so, you know, it all works. We got some awesome people. We've got the Pickle Jar. We got Heinrich Botha. Man, you got Hellworks by Hellchild. Some beautiful people who were here late last night and with us early this morning. That's awesome.
Right on, Bushytail.
We got our Smash Cat chat.
Oh, Smash Cat's in it?
Spect.
Oh, Commodore is.
Yep, Smash Captain is here.
Archer?
Oh, Brother Archer says he's alive-ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Prime. Lord Prime is here.
Oh, there
as well.
he is. Yeah. Live-ish.
Said barbecue and he was summoned.
And we've got the Chilling Network big boss himself, Gale Prime, in the chat.
Yeah.
Guys, we're so excited to start off with, you know, our brother, the Crimson Painter here, Zach, that I forgot to do my usual spiel at the beginning, guys. Frosted Fist, of course, is
That's easy for you to say.
The Eating Beer, Wargamers Unification Group, and the Chilling Network. So definitely check them out. Also, when I was mentioning that we do this for our UK friends, our European friends, South American, anywhere over on that side, I did forget our friendly American transplants like Y-Bird. So thank you for correcting me, brother.
Yeah. And we do promote fruit punch here at this show. We just
We-
fruit punch. Although I'm drinking coffee, but we do promote fruit
South
punch.
America, South Africa. I said South America twice.
Yes,
I meant South Africa.
All right, we're not awake yet.
We are not awake yet. I'm working on it though. I got some beautiful CDM coffee here. I've got my Sneak Energy. So, and actually, in honor of the Chili Network, I picked specifically of which Sneak Energy did I make this morning? The Tropical Punch.
Punch.
Oh, sorry, it's Tropical Punch.
It's
There
fruit,
we go.
It's fruit
Crush.
punch. Crush. Yeah, tropical crush and fruit punch.
I've already got fruit juice.
Coffee.
Once again, you can see all kinds of awake goodness. Oh man! So, Commodore said the same thing as you, babe. Mito, South America is south of us. The other side of the ocean. I meant South Africa, guys. South Africa.
Hey, I'm so sleepy, I didn't even catch it. I'm like, yeah, right on. Antarctica.
Poor Zach just sitting there being polite, like these.
Oh yeah,
guys,
it's like why? I'm telling. He's looking at himself like, what did I get into? Yeah, hey, we warned you. Like,
We
why?
got the
why?
smiling nod.
Why would you
Smiling
want to do
nod.
this? Yeah. You're like,
See,
Spud,
luckily,
they're
I'm
crazy.
people-
What are you thinking about? What? Why? Why are they even in a network, Spud?
This is why I need people like the Commodore and my beautiful, gorgeous, even first thing in the morning Lily here to call me out on stuff like that because I would just keep cruising with the wrong answers.
And I'm just too tired to
Yeah,
care.
you must be sleepy. I need time to wake up first. I don't know about beautiful and all that.
Baby, you wake up, go just. Good morning, by the way.
Thank you.
Wow. Morning, Lily.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh man!
The
All right,
amazing
guys. So
Lily.
you guys know
Keep
how
it
we like
real.
to kick off the show. You know, it wouldn't be a hobby channel if we didn't kick off with some hobby progress. And I always start with our amazing guests, and it feels full circle because, and it's only our fourth UK friendly show. It feels full circle though because we started with Big Mac Danskull, who mentioned that he had the Crimson Painter doing his commission, and now we actually have the man doing the commission himself. So that's pretty cool. So, anyways, we always start with our guest, man. So, what are you
Circle of
working on?
life. Sorry, I had to do that.
What are you working on, man? What hobby goodness is on your bench? What you got for a poke chop?
So I've been working on the aberrants for the Gene Stealer cultists. If you want me to, I can put my other camera on so I can show them off.
Yeah, bring it.
Sure.
Yeah. So camera. There we go.
Look at that pro setup there.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, that's a lamp. Okay, there we go.
This is where we're at. So I've been working on the Gene Stealer cultist aberrants.
Ooh,
See,
oh, man.
I don't know if you remember, Freak, but for Art of the Week, I posted you a Gene Stealer for
Yes.
Big Mex.
Yes.
That his face was amazing, and oh man, Zach just does such great skin on these Gene Stealer guys.
I know exactly which one you're on about, and I will try and find him now so I can show you him.
I remember that. He made that skin look very translucent, you know, kind of like real skin.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He owes
It
me
is
money.
the guy.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Holy cow.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Also, I just love the way that your yellow orange combination just really pops.
Ooh,
So,
man.
thank you, by the way. Sorry.
It's
So-
gorgeous. Yeah, man.
So when I got the commission off Dan, it was kind of, I had a few ideas on, obviously, I was looking to paint some Gene Stealer cultists, and I've seen there's plenty of prisoner ones, and they're all up in their orange, suits and stuff. There are lots of kind of like space suits, or just the generic one, or they've all got fish bowls, and I was like, nah. I think it'd be really ironic if you had them in their hazard suits, but they failed. So it was take a page out of the eBay rescue miniatures, pink over white and then yellow over that. Easy highlights, easy hazard suits. And then, well, we hit the meat, obviously the actual gene stealers themselves. Dan wanted fleet Kraken. I was like, okay, great. That's the easiest fleet that you can do. Contrast paints, a dry brush, just a bit of sensible brushwork, and this is what I got. This was done in an evening. A couple of highlights and the red will be done.
So you are using a lot of contrast paints then, yeah?
Only for this guy.
Right on.
Right. Only for him. I used regular traditional brushwork for the guy who owes you money and all the jazz. So he was all done. I've been, for some reason, I want the whole contrast range just to see what they can do. I like them. I do. Everything's a weapon or a tool. And then for the aberrants, you two being fans of Skyrim will know the former look like they've been stuck in a cave. Exactly. That's what I had envisioned, but they weren't really what Dan wanted. So I tweaked it. I spoke to Normski. He suggested about putting some purple in there. So I started with Stegodon green. I got it all the way to where I thought was good, and Dan was like, I want it a little bit, this and a little bit of that. So I changed it. A lot of it's washes and stuff.
Come on, Dan! That's gorgeous! Come on! Dude, that's beautiful work, Dan!
I've got photos. I'll send you them after, but of what it looked like. And then I tweaked it, I changed it, I added some more skin tone in there so they looked like they were still human because they were too far away from what the cultists were.
Yeah.
There was too much of a jump. They were too albino almost.
Oh.
So yeah, I worked on that. And then last night I started working on the arms. So the ones where they've got the carapace there, they've got red. And then on the guys who have the non-carapace hands, I've just applied a wash over it, so it looks like it's going to turn into that.
Right.
You can see where I fixed it with an airbrush, but
right.
Yeah, that's where we'll be. But he's happy with it so far, and then
it looks good.
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, thank you. It's turning out pretty well, to be honest. The thing is Dan, because I'm doing this for free for Dan. I just wanted to paint some. I wanted to paint some anyway, and I put an advert out on the Peninsula Hobby Chill. You buy this, I'll paint it for free, just because I don't want to spend, my own money. I'll paint someone else's miniatures.
Well, Big Meg's kind of picky too. I mean, you know what? If he doesn't get what he wants, he'll park his big old truck outside your front window and start revving the engines. That's just the kind of guy he is. Starts yelling out the window and stuff.
Oh no, it's the thing is obviously when we first was discussing it was like, just kind of do what you want. And I was like, no. If you want me to paint them for you, I don't have a problem. I'll do them at my own pace, and you'll get them when you get them.
Right.
But I will paint them how you want them. And he was like, okay, great. So we've done some ideas, Google searches and stuff on where we're going to take his mages next. We're thinking teal, a dark teal and yellow color, which will be quite nice, complementary to the neophytes. And yeah, they've been a pleasure to paint. I've already done some Tyranids before. I did a whole fleet behemoth for Billy on the Peninsula Hobby Chill group. That was fun.
Nice.
But Fleet Kraken is a doddle. Absolute nice and easy. So yeah, I don't mind doing that. And then I've been painting some Dusk Raiders for myself in between.
Those who don't get the joke, by the way, I don't want anyone to think that we're just smack talking Big Mech. Big Mech has done a couple of really funny team ups with Edict Beer 40K, major channel. You may have heard of him. And Edict Beer 40K does these bits where he looks out the window and he'll let other content creators send him material of what he sees on the other side of the video. Freak and I did one of those one. Oh my God, where did that squeak come from? Freak and I did one of those once where we were fanboys outside the window.
And Meg did one.
Has these really funny ones where he's a truck driver doing things like, backing up his truck or whatnot and telling Nick what for when he peeks out the window. Pretty funny. All right, we got some legends in the chat, like phenomenal painter Wolf Wraith is in the chat. Speaking of which, so one of the main places at the moment you can find the Crimson Painter is on Twitch, although you're thinking about jumping platforms, yeah?
That's correct.
That's
I want to be able to make watching me as easy as possible. I did a little poll. 8 to 1 votes meant YouTube was easier. Everybody can go on YouTube. You don't need an account. You don't need an app. You can just type it in, type my name in, boom, done. That's it.
Yeah, we do polls too, but we are quickly removed. So they don't let us do those anymore.
unless we're actually in uniform with the bow tie.
Well, even then, they actually yank us right off. They're like, please.
I bet they yanked you off as well.
Yeah, they yanked me off too, yeah. And not in a good way. There was no smile. But we kept on dancing. We are not quitters.
Babe, Brother Debunka says, "Good morning, Mrs. Mythos."
Good morning.
Oh, so on the Twitch, phenomenal painting superstar Wolf Wraith is in the chat. So I definitely recommend anyone who does use Twitch check out the Wolf Wraith. One of my, our current guest aside, because he is also phenomenal. But other than our current guest, Wolf Wraith is my favorite Twitch painter.
There are not that many Twitch painters on. They're far and few, but man, the ones that are there are amazing.
Mythos representing America. If it ain't America, we just guess where it is.
America, South America, Central America, North America, America.
That's why I stream with my pistol. Oh man. I got some high lilies in the chat. Huh? Hi, everybody. Shout out to Chief. That's why I stopped graphic design work. I can see that because sometimes your vision and what the customer's vision don't match up. I could see that. And that seems like the big gamble with most art, that you as
Pretty
a
much.
professional.
Yep. It's all about
I think when someone turns around and says you've got artistic freedom, but it's still limited, that can be quite confusing.
Mm-hmm.
The also thing is while painting, we'll keep it broad, while painting other people's miniatures, they'll ask for something, and as you do it, you can see very clearly how it can clash with the other colors. I've been trying to teach myself more about color theory, and obviously if you've got the rough basics of it, is colors break down typically into 2 types, warm or cold.
Sure.
While I've been painting these miniatures for Dan, unknown to him potentially, is I've kept all the tones quite cold just because they look nicer. I think they're very quite sci-fi. They also suit the environment that they're in. They're in a cave, they're digging, they're dead, essentially, or they're monsters, they're aliens. Lots of purples, reds, even the bone colors, wraith bone, they all come across as quite cold, gritty, dark. The blues and stuff to shade with has been quite nice. But I was worried when he asked me to paint red on the aberrants that it was going to clash too much. And although it does punch you quite a bit in the face, with a few highlights and a couple of washes, maybe of purple, I should be able to tone it in. But I've had problems beforehand where someone said, "Can you do this?" And it's like, to me, it doesn't matter what it looks like essentially in the end, because it's not my miniature. If it was my miniature, I'd do them the way I wanted to do them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoy it. It's all an experience, and I'm just glad that I'm painting and giving back to the community. That's all I really care about.
That's
me
awesome.
and Mythos had a private discussion about how I could help you guys out, but gotta keep that hush hush.
I don't know, Chuck. I remember no such conversation.
I missed something?
No.
Anyways, so we have Mini Warmutt that says, "Good morning, everyone." And how is life across the pond? How's life for you, Freakalicious?
I'm out of coffee.
See, this is why I prepped with 2 drinks.
This is third
See, Marty will
cup of freaking coffee
you go.
here.
There you go.
I might. Saturday. I'm not on call. I'm good.
I'm working a little bit this weekend, and it's been a lot of work, man. I've had a couple nights this week where I'm not getting off till like 8 o'clock at night. One night it was like 8:30, just because, some stuff came up from. One night was something from corporate that I needed to crank out, and one night was something from a client I needed to crank out. And it's funny because working from home, I find that I've been working a lot more lately, and before all this emergency stuff, my boss who had said the same thing in one of our conference calls.
Don't touch him.
Huh?
Don't touch her. Is that what you said? No, never mind.
Anyways, she had said to the team, basically, you guys see me working at home, and some of you may not think that I'm doing a lot, but when I work at home, I'm actually working more. And now that I've been kind of, stuck here for the pandemic, man, I am seeing it. I just have been putting in a lot more hours. In fact, last Saturday was my first day off in like 13 days in a row, something like that.
Yeah, because you worked last weekend too. So.
Yep, man, I'll be working again this weekend because I need to get some presentations together for Monday. So, anyways, but other than a massive amount of work, self-isolating, everybody here's healthy, and I really feel for my team. Some of my guys now, because of the craziness going on, have been reduced to 28 hours a week. And I'm like, how are they going to support their families on this kind of money? I worry about my team, and I honestly am even though I'm working hard and I complain about it a lot, well, I mean, I work hard, for a desk jockey, but I complain about it a lot, but I am super thankful that in all this, I can still work and support the family. So, and if, definitely because I'm worried about my team members, I definitely, my heart goes out to anyone who's not able to work a normal lifestyle.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
this is probably the worst that I've ever seen in my lifetime. So, I mean, this is pretty crazy, and I've seen a lot of recessions. So,
but anyways, I don't want to dwell on the dark stuff. So
it's too late. You already got me down, man. Good job.
Out too late.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode. All right, but on the positive stuff, man, what you got on the bench, man? What you got for a poke chop? Freakalicious.
Oh, talking to me?
Oh, I was waiting.
Oh.
I was like, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, who? Didn't we just cover, Crimson Painter? What do I have on the bench? I've got my keyboard.
You started something on a live stream last week, though, right? You got partial work.
No, I've got my intercessors that I haven't done squat with because I'm not really happy with them. Right, so last week when I did my my little intercessor paint, well, sit and chat, I enjoyed it. The thing is, I'm not crazy, and I think you and I were talking about it a little earlier this week, Mythos, is that I picked the wrong shade color. I don't know why I went with Beastie Brown and red, because typically I go with Burnt Umber and red. Yeah, so that's here.
I picked up Beastie Brown as well. I didn't even mean to.
Where is it?
I'll do some base coating then, just in between talking.
Right. Here it is. Yeah, this is the one that I typically use here. It's actually, it's Smoky Ink. That bad boy. It's Smoky Ink with red, and I don't know why I reached for the Beastie Brown. Well, I used to use Beastie Brown a lot from Vallejo, but and I was like, that didn't give me that dark, rich, look that I wanted, and it's exactly it kind of made my shades a little too muted. So my highlights were not very well defined. They look okay, but they're not like I want them. So I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna spray do my proper mix. I'll probably just do it post paint. Go ahead and mix this with a little bit of red, get them a little darker, and then get my dead white, get my highlights back up and then bring back the gold yellow and see how it does it. What?
I said we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it. So anyway, yeah, I got that going on. And then, of course, today after our stream, my daughter and her boyfriend are going to come by, and I'm going to show him about the wonderful world of Warhammer for the first time. He's actually interested, so he wants to learn to play. So we're going to go over the rules, and after my daughter's done going over budget stuff with her mama, we're going to actually have a little 500-point skirmish. So it's going to be pretty fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm excited. So yeah, that's why I haven't really done much with my intercessor. Here's the thing. I got a little funny thing with me. If I'm not happy with what I do, I stop cold turkey and I have to ponder for a week. I don't know why I do that. I won't go any further. I won't pass go, collect $200. I just stop. Everything ceases. Even though I like how it comes. And the thing is, they turned out pretty good. I mean, for the most part. But you can see they're not well defined. You know what I'm saying? It just looks yellow, and it's not what I want.
Glow you usually got.
Yeah, it's not what I.
You got to have the glow.
I got to, and the thing is, like with my lieutenant, my Primaris lieutenant. Oh my gosh, that one. That is exactly what I was looking for, and I remembered why I used smoky ink for my lieutenant. Because here's the thing, smoky ink already has like a reddish tint to it. You know, just a slight little reddish tint to it. But you add a little dab of red, that brings it a little more. And of course, it's darker, so it definitely gives that contrast. But yeah, that's just, man, that was just so annoying. So anyway, I'm looking at this cat and like, oh. Yeah, this needs help. So, well, yeah, I'm not gonna strip it. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna put my my shading down, redo it, do my highlights again, and it's gonna look way better. So I may actually do that today. So since I'll have Zach, that's his name. That's my daughter's boyfriend's name, Zach.
Yes, it is my name.
Where's the mute? Where's the mute button? You're as bad as Mythos. You come in here and you oh God, young people.
I watched a stream last night with the dragon, and I was like, "What? Why am I having a 500-point game?"
It's like, wait a minute, I don't even know where Freak lives. How am I gonna get there? I can't swim that far. Yeah,
the chat last night.
Yes. Wait. Hold on. Before
run by the chat,
I'm a huge fan of Amazing Tats, by the way, and I meant to ask you this: what's on the arm?
A skull.
Nice.
Sand timer, a rose, and then a watch, and then 2 more roses.
Very
This
cool.
one's going to be a themed one with
Nice.
typical concepts, and I'm going to be getting the Stormcloak sigil eventually because Skyrim is life, and
nice.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
who it's the point of racism, you know, faction, isn't it? Stormcloaks are like the biggest racists in a game.
Oh man.
Mythos
Sometimes
has
I
a
think-
pretty cool tat, by the way. Mythos, can you share that?
Or Mythos, let's see it.
Oh, I think everyone's seen it, but I definitely will.
There it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Definitely a son of Fenris. Mine? Not a damn thing, so not yet. So I'm having one
He's working on
designed for me, yeah. So it's actually pretty cool. I got to get back with the designer because he took the one that that I envisioned, and he's got some crazy ideas of actually making my. So basically, it's going to be a guitar that's going to go all the way down my arm, and then actual keys. Because originally I wanted like a keyboard to wrap around my arm. You know how some people have the what do you call it?
Notes, is it?
Yeah. So, but instead of notes, it's going to be actual like keys. but they're going to be 3D and they're going to be like popping, like it's exploded.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's almost as if it's been played or something.
Yeah, it's like that's a great concept, but you know, he's got a lot going on. And it's like, man, I really need that. I really want that.
No, no,
definitely want it.
Those cool tats, and I may have made a massive misstroke.
So yeah, good on that. My daughters, oh my gosh, every one of my daughters are like my like Nina chick. Oh my god, and so is Jennifer, my little one. Dude, she's got really cool tat on her legs. Damn, just crazy cool stuff, man. So yeah, my family's really getting the whole tattoo thing.
Don't feel you gotta get one because they've got one and they're cooler than you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, screw that noise. I was supposed to get one before they did, and they ran out and got it. So, yeah.
When you've got the better one, you can turn around and be like, "Oh, you're gonna have that on your arm forever. Look at mine."
Well, I mean, the cool thing about me getting it now is that the more I get older, of course, skin sags. Well, I'm already kind of in the older stage, so it's gonna look still pretty good. While their little cute little, butterfly is gonna be a sagging condor by the time they're older. So yeah, heck with that.
Wow. Wow.
What? Too soon? Hey.
Anyway,
I had old. Hey, they're old up and grown, and I don't care. I'm done.
before we get too far away from your intercessor project you were talking about,
Yeah.
I want to ask. You did
No.
a specific conversion to them that you mentioned last night, right? Do you have any hot buttons?
Yes.
When little things that you're just particularly anal about in the Hobbies Act?
Yes.
What drives you crazy in the hobby? Like if you see
Besides
something,
me.
you're like, I have to fix this.
Lack of effort.
That's fair.
That would be me.
It's, in the sense of that, there is lots of things that you could do so simply to just improve your work. And I think as well, I struggle with confidence, and I thrive, and it's just the way I am, on gratification. There is so many things that you could do to any piece that you've got, even if it's just taking the couple of extra minutes to clean up your mistakes or throw a wash on or do a base. I don't do bases very often at all, so I shoot myself with that one. But yeah, just appreciating the fact that this is a hobby. So many people beat themselves up because they're not at, say, a certain level straight away. This is a hobby, not a competition. So I feel like too many people don't enjoy what is essentially supposed to be their fun, their equivalent of fun. This is what it's all supposed to be. And I see a lot of people, a lot of the times, kind of like comparing themselves with other people, and there's no need.
It's easy to do though, Zach. Everybody
I
does
agree
it.
with most of that, aside from the fact that we burn our brushes weekly during Art of the Week. But
You're burn them later, aren't you?
But no, I totally get that. In fact, one of the things Freak and I were talking about last night, right before our show, is sometimes we get people will send us messages after our show that they saw some of their work during Art of the Week, and they'll say something like, oh my God, how could you show my stuff right after someone amazing like Wolfray? And it's like, okay, we just appreciate the hobby at all levels, you know.
Exactly.
If it looks cool to us, it looks cool. We're not like, skill. We're not looking specifically for a certain skill level. If it looks cool to us, it looks cool to us. And what we love the most is, like you said, enthusiasm, people enjoying the hobby,
Exactly. I completely agree with you. There's lots of, you can go on Instagram, Pinterest, wherever it is, and you'll find cool things. You'll find things that are worthy of a cabinet. And then there are your things, which may not be equal, but that doesn't mean they're any less important.
Exactly. And so if we like something, we're gonna show it, and we don't feel like, you're gonna see some Sam Lenz on our channel, because I'm a fanboy. You're gonna see some Wolf Wraith because I'm a fanboy, but you're also gonna see stuff that people are just cranking out from normal people, and are just like, I'm proud of this thing, and hey, we're proud for you, man. That looks amazing. That's just, I don't know. It's just the way we appreciate the hobby.
I think the
And,
biggest thing is the passion, the level of passion that these people have. So
I just get a bit too enthusiastic, I think. If you don't share my enthusiasm, oof.
One of the things, and some of you have heard the speech from me before, but one of the things that has really colored my opinion of that is my brother had this really cool black and purple and silver themed Eldar army he was putting together. And we were all in our first year of painting, right? So none of us were phenomenal painters, but it looked cool on the tabletop. That black and purple and silver really popped. And a lot of people liked his work. And of course, my friendly local was running a beginner's painting competition, right? And it was supposed to be a beginner's painting competition. And, basically, at the end, after everybody turned in their work, the guy was going over, these are the highs and lows of, your work. And when he called up my brother, basically just, it was, and it's funny because when we put the camera on him, he cleaned it up a lot and said, a lot of, try to dress it up a little. But before that, he was just like, there's nothing good about this, basically. Like your prime coat is rough, which makes your base coat rough. And, out of all the projects here, you are the only one that is not up to tabletop quality. He just trashed him. And my brother hasn't painted a single thing since then. And I just been so infuriated about that. It's just been really important to me to celebrate all levels of the hobby.
Exactly. I think that is key. There's an elitism with this hobby that isn't necessary.
Oh, it's those kind of comments that it'll stay with you. That itself, because we were all on the same thing, and that stayed with me. Not only did it poison me from that elitist view, but it really, really did something with the relationship with that individual. Because I was like, you know what?
Oh, of course.
I respect your opinion because you have more experience than I do, but I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
I think we all have opinions, and you're entitled to voice them. And I am possibly the worst person because I really generally often speak before I think, but it's not on purpose, of course. But when it comes to this is something I can control. Like when I voice an opinion, it's someone's put some time, effort, and that's generally what the things that people get upset about is the fact that they've not invested their time, and they'll never get that back. They can always do it better, but they'll never get the time back. So if you're ever going to say something about someone's work, if you're going to give them some negatives, you should at least give them some positives, and the negatives need to be done in a helpful way. You've got to be constructive, but you've got to give them that confidence. So if, let's say, for example, you primed a miniature bad, you can go, okay, so you primed the miniature badly, but this is what you have done well, and then this is what you can do in the future moving forward to prevent, say, the graininess. I've had it with white before, primed miniatures, and you can see it straight away. You're like, balls, it's rubbish.
Yeah, it's delivery and bedside manner are definitely a huge part. Right?
Exactly.
This same individual we were talking about took this sweet old man who used to come to our shop. And I see now why he was too intimidated to play with the crowd there, because he took this man was like, well, I don't have the confidence to play with you guys, but I'll start this beginner's painting competition. He's like, this is a piece I did for a commission. And the same guy told the sweet old man, this is so much trash, I would literally buy this from you just to put it in the stripper.
Yeah, I will never forget that.
I was like,
it cringes me just to remember. Oh God, he literally said that. He says, all right, that piece right there, I would pay you money, I would buy it, and then I would throw it into stripping. I would actually strip it, repaint it again.
Yeah,
it
was the delivery.
Zach, how much time do you spend on your models, man? Zach, how much time do you spend on your own minis? You invest your time, your money, your energy on a mini. That is a part of you being invested in a piece of plastic in that right there represents part of me. So some jackwagon that comes to you and says, you know what? Oh, I'd like to take that, buy it from you, and then dump it just so I can strip it. What that tells me is that, yeah, you know what? Your time, your energy, and everything about you means absolutely nothing, and I would want nothing more but to strip the hell out of it so I can put my spin on it. That was the ultimate insult. I'll tell you what, man, that will never, ever go away from me. That will stay with me for a long time, you know, and I hope the guy's balls fall off. I'm sorry. Did I just say that?
No. I had a similar experience. Played. I had to travel to get to the Games Workshop, so where I used to live, there was quite a few around, but you still have to travel. Younger me, you may have heard of Stratford upon Avon. It's where Shakespeare was born.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the closest one to me. It was an hour bus journey. I get there, you know, all my things in Tupperwares. Like, oh yeah, we'll play. And I always used to play against this guy who had Tyranid warriors, so they're not the easy ones to kill, or
right.
salamander terminators only. And it's just, you get tabled. It's like you think, oh, why would you bother? And then they weren't graceful about winning, and that's why I don't game. It doesn't interest me anymore, because my impression is that, oh, everybody's like this. Everybody
right.
follows a meta,
right.
you know. Or everybody's a sore a bad winner.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't go to that shop anymore. I don't even
right.
review games, but the principle is obviously
sure.
This is a community, and it's a time-based community. It's not like gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming is different in the sense of you do it to have fun, and you get the main fun out of gaming, and then you get the skill with it.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of, they're like, you get fun, but that doesn't mean that you're skilled. They're not. They don't go at the same. They don't go at the same. Same with gaming. It's still different, but generally finding they're different. That the way that you have more fun with a video game and your skill typically will be closer. Eventually, you'll have less fun because you're so skilled. Painting, it's different, isn't it? It's a hobby, and you're meant to enjoy it every step of the way. And if you don't enjoy it,
right?
If you don't enjoy any part, I've got it before. You're painting a commission. Oh, I'm still painting this red cloth. Don't want to do it. You won't have fun. So when someone turns around to you, and let's say you've painted an amazing Imperial Lieutenant, and that is the best that you've ever painted. If someone turns around and says to you, "You've done a terrible job," it's just like, no, shut that noise off. Take that person away. Throw them away, and just. Because it's telling you you've wasted your time, and you'll never get that back.
Sure.
And then the comments, the comments don't just vanish, do they? They're there then. And for some people, you then have to try and. For some people, they'll take that comment and they can take it one of two ways. They'll use it for good, or they'll use it for bad. And I reckon
a motivator.
They take it.
Yeah, it's a motivator. But here's the thing. I think one of the crucial things in that what I'm seeing, especially in the hobby, is that see, at least if you're video gaming, you know, you could get better at it, but it's a secluded win. It's not something that is extremely social. What we do here is a social hobby, because we like to share what we do. Here's the reason. The reason why we're doing this, why we're here, is because what we're doing here, Zach, is we are sharing our experiences. We're sharing our passion for this game. We're sharing our passion, you know, for what we do. And the difference between, you know, playing a video game is like, I can enjoy a video game. I can get better at it. Somebody can say, yeah, you suck. Okay, great. I'm still playing. I'm okay, because I'm not sharing anything else except for my skill level on playing the game. But what this does is that I am extending a part of me out into the world and say, hey, look what I've put into it, what I got it, and then I am bearing my soul for somebody to come in here and whack it right off. But you're right. It's not allowing those people in, you know, to speak in your life, to make that determination to motivate you into the wrong way, but to actually shut them down and just move on to finding this right here. Encouraging people. Here's the thing. If it weren't for Mythos, I'm going to say I'm pretty pissed right now, because this got me all worked up. If it weren't for Mythos and the way he, you know, really helped bring me into the game, because I started this whole thing because I wanted to get a job with Games Workshop. They were actually looking at me at being a manager for one of their stores here. And I had no knowledge of the game, and Mythos started kind of bringing me in, teaching me little things, invited me to a game night just to watch and observe, then invited me to play. And you know what, man? That in itself was probably the most healthiest ways of learning, playing, and getting to love and know the game. And I tell you what, nobody in that entire store during that period were D-bags except for that one guy that said that to that poor old man. And, it stuck. And you know what? Everybody else saw it too. Everybody else saw it. And now that store has 0 tabletop gamers. Nobody goes there for that. So you can see there's a cause and effect for being a D-bag, So
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But no, you're right, Zach. That is exactly right. No, we are here because we openly like to share a part of ourselves with everyone else. It's a social game. It's a social hobby. And it's like, hey, yeah, this is what I did, guys. This is a part of me. This is what I gave. So the last thing we ever want to do here is piss on someone else's work, which is part of them. So all right, I'm off. No, I've done
it before.
Yeah,
I've done it before, and it's possibly the worst thing that you can do. It wasn't Warhammer related, but I've done it, and it's the worst thing that you can do. And then obviously it's behind me now, but you can see firsthand how it can affect someone. So if you're going to give someone constructive criticism or ways to do it better, from first-hand experience and obviously observation, you have to do it the right way.
Right.
If you want to help someone, you have to do it the right way. You can't just... We aren't teachers. We're not professionals. None of us are professional painters unless you're employed by a studio. Right. I don't mean your one-man studios who does it for a side job. It's got to be a real studio.
Right.
Siege, Games Workshop, Vallejo. If it's not a real company, then you should really take your opinions. If they're not going to be helpful, or you don't give them the right way, just leave them. Just don't bother.
Agreed. I totally agree. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I got a little passionate about that, but Mythos knows my heart, and he knows that there's things that set me off, and it's just people just trying to belittle others just for the sake of trying to stay on top. That's it.
I wouldn't. Don't let it get down to you too much. I think you got to look after the people around you. Mythos, obviously, you've asked us what we're working on. I think it's only fair that I can ask you, what are you working
on? Right now, I'm working on a tactical. I've been slugging through the same 5 or 6, not tactical, Assault Marines. I've been slugging through the same 5 or 6 all month. I think my last actual completed mini was March 31st. Been slugging through all month the same Assault Marines. But hopefully sometime in the next week, I can finish the first 5. I've also been working on 3 Tau Crisis suits.
Nice.
And that's really all I've managed to get accomplished. I have been kind of collecting some info, and I managed to snipe for $10 with delivery this orc war chanter to be a weird boy on eBay. That was kind of cool, doing a little sniping there. But yeah, I've just been kind of thinking about stuff. I haven't been able to get in a lot of painting lately, but kind of trying to make it count where I can, But yeah, not a massive hobby update for me. Mythos working on it's my brother's Tau. It's not mine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Mythos still does not like the Tau. Although they do look cool, I am enjoying painting them. I just I hate how they are on the tabletop. We got a lot of people who agree in the chat, by the way, guys. Criticism should be the path to improvement, a teaching moment, says Big D, the Gamecraft Dragon. Hellchild says, dudes like that make me want to get brutal. You right. Yep. You right. Heinrich says, it's about passion for the game. Disregarding someone's passion does not make you a better person than the other, even if they have more technique or talent or whatever. Rather, teach the person to better their technique, thereby improving your own capability. I agree. Thomas says, motivate people for the good and make sure the bad motivators get taught a lesson they'd never forget. You right. Mini Warmut says, man, I wish I knew about this hobby 30 years ago. Now he's 46 and loves painting the minis and reading the lore. I was happy to get the games in when I did till my friend moved out of the state. Man, definitely hope that you get some more games in the future. I hope we're one of those games in the future. You're not that many states over, but damn, Texas is so big. But yeah, no, I agree. I didn't start until I was 30, and I'm like, man, hearing people like you know some of you guys in the chat who've been doing this most of your life. I'm jealous. I wish I had been doing this. Although, then again, I was chatting with Wybird the other day, and on the other hand, though, when a lot of people were doing this in the 90s and stuff like that, and a lot of this early stuff, there was no YouTube around at the time, and I did most of my painting learning on YouTube. So, would I have had the confidence to keep doing this without such a good source of learning? I don't know. Mini Warma says, "Ha, Mythos quickly deflects." Mythos has a secret stash of towel. You know it.
And just like that, he has been disowned.
Some guys full of himself, Popping Jay comes in being a bad motivator, and he'd play and crush them 5 for 5. Yeah, we had one person at our old game store who would basically come in and just build tournament lists to crush the new people in the store, and nobody wanted to play that guy.
No.
And then, every once in a while, somebody would get matched up against him in like we had this, for some reason, he was allowed to build beginners lists, tournament lists when we were doing a slow grow kind of beginners escalation. And man, that guy wrecked every game. It was crazy.
Some people can't play to just enjoy it. Some people can only play.
Lily says he was compensating. What?
I said some people can only play to win, and that in itself is a problem. Yep.
In fact, we were talking last night how we knew one guy who specifically it was so important to him to newbie stomp. Found out that his opponent was, I can't even remember what they were playing, was bringing something, and they had like a detachment of Sisters of Battle, and basically took an old Rhino and stacked Legos on it to say it was the Immolator. Is that the thing with the organs on it? I don't remember. But yeah, I was like, wow, you used Legos to say it was a super, really strong weapon just to against this one guy. We had somebody who did that poorly in Yu-Gi-Oh! I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't played it forever, but he would do that poorly because at least in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck you're working with the same 60 cards over and over again, right? And so he would also say, come away from every battle and be like, man, if I had this one card, this one circumstance, it would be perfect against the mechanic in this person's deck. And he would put that in, and then he'd lose to the next person and be like, man, if I had this one card. And so he was constantly rotating out cards, but they were all situational to one opponent. It was terrible, but it felt like that's what that person was doing to this one game, building a list against that one person.
Such a shame.
We have Modeling for Advantage. Welcome, Kaiser, my man. Also, welcome, Big D. Before YouTube, there were other means, heavy metal guides to be used as comprehensive as Duncan videos. Yeah, and the only thing is that I don't learn very well from reading or even trying to follow a magazine. Actually seeing someone physically go through the process seems to really help me. So I think it's just, I don't know if I would have been able to learn from a magazine. All right, so we are caught up in the chat, gents. And I think after such heavy topic, I apologize. We're normally a much more positive channel. We kind of took a dark road there today, guys. We brought.
I think it's important that you talk about.
I'm not sorry.
Huh? I said I still think it's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think so too.
I am not sorry. I here's the thing, because there's just, we need this. We really do need this. people like Zach and other folks that come and join us, you know, it's that mold that attracts this type of person to each other, because we're all in the same, you know, we're all going for the same, you know, goal. It's to encourage other people for the love of the hobby to just follow their passion and then have fun. That's it, man. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. So yeah, giddy freaking up. That's right. Chug away, man. You chug. You down that cruise. But yeah, man.
Gone now.
Yeah, man, you quick. Was that your second or third one already?
Thank you.
Well, after such a heavy topic, I think we could use a little motivation, Freak. Do we have our chaplain brother on standby to help lift us up?
I do. I really do. I think we could use some motivation here. Let's see what's going on with the chaplain. Yeah, Brian, chaplain time.
Battle and you don't know how to feel. Just count on Chaplain Emo and his story will make you squeal. So when the world is down, you want to scream. Just listen to the words of Chaplain Emo.
And this is, of course, the time when, you know, whoop brother Mythos, because I hate talking to Chaplain, you know. So whoop brother does a good job.
I don't know why you hold such a grudge against him. He did a great job helping you out in that episode.
He freaking hijacked that episode.
Man, if you guys have not seen his, top 3 minis video, I think the chaplain did a great job helping him out during that video. Anyways, Chaplain, it's always great to see you, and you know, talking about some of the oppressive spirits that can sometimes inhabit this hobby. You know, some of us have gotten a little salty already, and we just really want to know what kind of motivation you can bring us as a chaplain, as the one who helps bring us the light of the Emperor. What kind of motivation can you bring us this week?
My friends, I am so thankful for you. You have always come by and kept me company, and...
Emo, are you talking to imaginary friends again?
No!
Well,
Hey, we're not imaginary. Are we imaginary? I don't think we're imaginary. Chaplain, tell your mom I said hi.
Yep.
No, wait, that's not supposed to be mama joke.
That's how do you know his mama?
Anyway.
Wait, how do you know his mama? It's something I don't know.
What? Mini Warma says, let's talk about cake.
Cake! I like cake.
Modeling for advances. What
I
kind
like pork
of things
chops,
did
too.
you try to learn from magazine Mythos? Mr. You. Hey, I did plenty of learning from magazines in the 90s. Some of them did, in fact, fold out. There was a lot of good study material on those center folded parts of the magazine. Anyways. X-Gear Commander says, good morning, my beautiful nerds and geeks. How's everyone doing this beautiful Saturday morning?
Morning.
Yeah, we're having a great... We got a little salty. We're having a great morning.
Yeah.
Hanging out with some amazing hobbyists.
Coffee finally kicked in. I'm alive.
I'm feeling passionate today. That's how I'm feeling, especially after mining freaks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. Hanging out with some beautifully talented painters. Got both Freak and Zach here. Both legends I'm trying to chase and, bring my painting up to it someday. I've got my tropical cruise here. So, yeah, I'm having a good morning.
I'm going to the British Depot. I'm hoping that they're open today, and I may stop by today and see if they actually have food pooch.
Oh
'Cause
man,
they have
will-
everything over there. They have everything over there. They've got all the UK drinks and stuff.
I'll pay you some money if you pick up some Yorkshire tears for me. If you pick up some Yorkshire tea for me, Jesus.
Yeah, I'll get you a box. Hell yeah.
Tea's the best thing since sliced bread.
I do like bread.
I'm not supposed to really have that much bread anymore.
So we'll stick with the tea then.
Good way to deflect mythos. Indeed, it is a good day. Speaking of incredibly talented painters that I'm hanging out with this morning, good to see Wolf Wraith here.
We got
Biscuits
lot
are
of
the
good
best
people.
things in sliced bread.
I do like biscuits, mate. So no, I do. I love the. I've just got hooked on the digestives. I love those things. Oh my god.
Yes.
Those are so good, especially the dark
You're doing it
chocolate
right.
covered ones. Oh, so good. And I do dunk. I do dunk.
Man,
I'm a dunker.
I had a. Speaking of biscuits / cookies, here in the States, I had a massive, a bit of a health discomfort this week because I found some amazing sugar-free oatmeal cookies. And I was like, sugar-free? So I had like 2 of them with lunch and then 2 of them with dinner. And the next morning, I wasn't feeling right, and I checked my blood sugar, and man, it had spiked up
Ooh.
to like 160. And I was like, what the hell did I do? I went back and looked at the cookies, and even though they're sugar-free, their carbs were like 19 carbs a piece. And I was like, what the hell did I do to myself yesterday? I had like 3 meals worth of carbs in just my cookies. I had an extra 3 meals in addition to my other meals that day. So it took my body like 2 days to adjust after that. So now I can have half of a cookie a day. Crazy.
All good in moderation.
Huh?
All good in moderation.
All good in moderation. Anyways, that was a random health tangent you guys probably didn't want to hear about. Tea is only good when throwing in the harbor. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
America got him, I guess.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Attacked.
Right, I feel triggered, right? Say it, Zach. I feel triggered.
Don't want to play anymore. I'm going.
Right, flip the table. Right, good.
It's all right. He wouldn't appreciate it. He's American. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Mini
Whoa. Easy, champ.
Wrong brush.
Nah,
All right, guys, we are
Yorkshire
now
tea,
into
man.
the second half of the show.
Oh,
You want to go do some art of the week, my brother?
Yeah, let's do the Arto of the Weeko. Right, yeah. Shots fired! Shots fired! All right, let me let's show real quick.
Kaiser says, I was thinking that the health comment was going to be more of a fiber-related bathroom story. Now, one thing you'll find about me, Kaiser, is, well, Freak may love partaking. I personally am not a fan of bathroom jokes.
He's
so.
not a fan. Every time I come up with, and I love bathroom jokes. They call them bathroom jokes, poop jokes, fart jokes, crap jokes, you name it. I love all that. I think it's funny. I think farts are hilarious. Mythos, on the other hand, is a little more classy. I guess.
I don't know
I
if
don't
class
know.
is the right word.
He just doesn't do them. As a matter of fact, if I start putting a lot of, GIFs in our chat, that has anything related to poop, it's like, where did Mythos go? It says, Mythos left the chat. I'm like, oh, jeez, I forgot about that. All right, somebody
Mythos
go get Mythos.
Kuchinada has a good chat.
Yeah, it's like, crap. All right,
You'll
to show you-
you'll see 2 back-to-back comments in the chat after that. Usually it's Mythos Kuchinada has exited the chat. Alcobos has added Mythos Kuchinada to the chat.
Right. Okay, so just so you guys can see.
There was one time I was gone for like 3 days
Oh yeah,
because Freak was. I would exit the chat, it would re-add me, and then spam more poop gifts, and then I would exit again, and that went on for about half an hour, and then I just exited and blocked him for 3 days.
It was, yeah. I mean, that's when I realized how bad it was affecting it, but what I was. Here's the thing, guys. Have you seen the stuff that I was sending out? It's like, somebody sitting on a toilet and it just explodes behind them, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to go any further because I don't want Mythos to say, I don't want to see like Mythos has just left the channel. But yeah,
yeah. Anyway, hard week.
yeah. Wow, way to deflect, man. Way to push me off. All right, I got you, bro. All right. So anyway, this is something that is also near and dear and passionate to my heart. Check this out. So you'll notice. I'll wait till it catches up. So
No head.
no, not yet. But the one thing is that you see this weapon here. I don't know why, but when they had them set out, they had iron sights that will go all the way up to, heaven. I ground it down. I cut it and ground it down. So now when the guy looks through the scope, he actually can see past the weapon to the target instead of constantly looking at iron sights through his scope. So, yeah.
Yes, I know what you're on about now.
That reminds me, this was like a conversation 45 minutes ago when I asked Zach he had any triggers in this hobby. Because this is his trigger.
This is my
He can't
trigger.
stand iron sights in front of scopes.
This is the dumbest.
No,
When I
makes sense.
saw this, when it first came out, when Games Workshop first introduced it, I'm like, what is that? Because here's the thing. I'm a gun enthusiast, and I'm looking at this weapon. I'm like, okay, that's a scope. I get it. It's a scope. But he's got iron sights. The scope is looking dead at the iron sights. What is he aiming at? What is he looking at?
They have optics, don't they, in their helmet? So
Optics,
need of-
optics is great, but the thing is, if you're looking at that piece, we're talking about line of sight here. I don't care how good your optics are. You're okay. So what do you need the scope for? It's like I don't know. Well, there's a wall there. Well, there's a target there, but my scope says there's a wall there. But there's a target there. I don't know which one to shoot at, sir. God. So, of course, I ground it down, and it's gone now, and I'm happy for it. Yeah, so there you go. So let me continue. Sorry, that got me so burnt out.
Mine is I have to, drilling the holes out of the bolters because I'm always like, where does the bullet come from? Or some of my friends do the dab of paint on the end, and actually sometimes that looks way better than my drill jobs because, talent. Hey, look at that one there from this really talented guy named the Crimson Painter.
Ooh, that's a pretty swell looking miniature. Who did that?
I really
Is this what that looked like before you did the arm in red?
Yeah.
Okay,
I actually like it.
that's cool.
I like
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
I like this version of it.
I did too. And then I got sad.
Well, I do like it because it kind of flows with the skin tone.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking kind of mutant, pale, bluey skin,
Yeah.
Homer, basically.
I do love the fact that you did a great job with the skin tone. It makes it look, again, my thing is that if the skin looks translucent like it should, and you've done a great job. That looks great.
Now, even though I really love this, I do actually really like what you've done since Big Mech's request, because the requested change does add that contrast between hot and cold and that color pop. Like it definitely has some more pop to it with the red.
Oh yeah, definitely. It fits more in as well. It fits more with the fact that it's feet cracking and not just a mutant, and that's what's important.
Sure. I was just saying I do like that detail, like the standout, the pop. It's something I really enjoy.
Well, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the main thing. And obviously, when it gets to Dan enjoys it as well. They're all with their themed bases as well. They're all going to have some themed bases too. which
Yeah.
will look
Again, it's all about personal preference, you know. And like I said, I do like how it looked before the red. I think it flowed. This is just my personal opinion. Again, it's everybody's got their thing. So this is a little cell work. Who's this from, Mythos?
me.
Oh, that
this
was
is
you.
also the Crimson Painter.
Well, look at that. That's his hand. All right, sorry.
Yeah,
It's a
so
little
that was
glowy wrist screener.
yeah. So I'm a while back. I started on the Peninsula Hobby and Chill group a big project where I wrote down all the units I had, Primaris Marines. I made up a couple of my own, and I basically just wanted people to be kind of like the sergeants or members or whatnot. So I had everybody just say, like, well, if this is what you want to be, this is what you'll be, and this is just Lieutenant Cassius, is it? I think it is. And yeah, I wanted to give him a glowy effect on where his buttons were. It turned out nicely, but the hand and the wrist are separate, so I did them separately, and the colours were off. So
Okay.
I've stripped it now, and I'm going to do it again.
Oh wow!
So you do a lot of pre-assemble paint work then, yeah?
If I can, yes.
Okay, makes sense.
I'll be doing the sword with a glow now instead, so it's a bit more just flashy, I guess. I also want to do blue as well instead of green.
Now this is an artist that the Crimson Painter shared with me yesterday.
This is pretty cool. It's by Frank Rock and Roll.
Supports me on a lot of the things I post. Like I'll go onto Instagram and there'll just be big chunks of my feed, and it'll be like, this person liked all your photos. Like, yes. And yeah, I spoke to him. I got permission off the two artists I submitted to meet up, and they were like, yeah, that'd be really nice, thank you. And that's it, really. But yeah, I like their artwork. This guy does a lot of various models and stuff, and I liked his work. So, but yeah, it'd be nice to share them
Axe
off.
there, and you guys know I love resin bases, so this is really cool.
This looks like it was like a water base or a gel base. This is pretty cool because there's skulls all in it and everything.
Yep.
That's pretty wild.
We got a Big Mech Dan skull in the chat. That's awesome.
Hey, we were just talking about you, Big. No, it's so
Yeah,
cool.
I've been working closely with Dan to make sure that he's enjoying how the Gene Stealer cultists are looking. I'm happy with how they're turning out.
Yeah, because like I said, man, he'll park his big old truck in front of your house, start revving it, and in the middle of the night, you'll never sleep. Yep.
That will not be good. My girlfriend will not be happy. Zach, can you make that man go away? No, I can't. I owe him models.
Right? And he's a big guy. Look, he's out there. He's looking at me menacingly. He's yelling things out of his truck.
I wanted them red, damn it. I wanted them red. No.
You know, he's such a nice guy, it seems, on, you know, in talking to him. But man, with that really, really magnificent beard he has, I wonder if he, like, you know, put on a tough look, you know, and you know, had a whole kind of
couple of sleeves and a motorbike or a chopper.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dressed like a biker, you know.
Sons of Anarchy on the
Hey,
back.
man, as far as we know, he's part of the Hells Angels, man. We just don't know.
I think he would be really intimidating to see in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah. Just think, you know, he walks up to your door. Like, oh,
Big Mac,
quick,
and
lock the doors, the windows. There's a bearded
Big
man.
Mac, in one of your future videos, I want to see Tough Guy Dan. I want to see Tough Guy Dan. Anyways, so back to Frank Rock and Roll. I really like a lot of the Song of Ice and Fire stuff. I'm gonna forgive that this guy's a Lannister fan apparently, but I love what he's done with these. The orange and steel kind of look really good
Yeah.
on these guys. Gosh, that's such a big sword. It looks really cool. It's sad that I want to chop his hands off or chop his arms off and put it on a Space Marine.
Nope.
Like that would be cool.
I did the same. Good thing about those Ice and Fire miniatures, though, is they're already assembled as well. Like they come they come assembled. They come with their trays as well, I believe.
I've got a House Stark model that was sent to me by Grumpy Guy Gaming. I still need to paint up. I love the Song of Ice and Fire models. It just looks so good. Big Mac Dansko says, "I'll have you know, certain people fantasize about seeing me in the middle of the night." I know. I'm
Yeah, we
Lily's just sat there in bed. Oh, damn it! Why is he dreaming about Dan again? Snap out of it.
Big Mac. Damn it!
Just in the middle of the night, just stroking it. Like
So the thing is, what everybody's thinking about Big Dan, or what nobody understands is that Big Dan is he's a psychic, and he's he's putting out all these, all these psychic vibes, making everybody think about Dan. You're like, oh, Dan, yeah, Dan's amazing. I love Dan. What?
Apparently, not everyone's as big of a Big Mech fantasizer as me, though, because apparently we just lost 3 people watching.
Oh, sorry.
Whoops.
Baby, come back.
Anyways,
back it all on me. Do you owe the money? I hope not. That'd be scary. Yeah, man.
So here we have some pretty cool looking models from another hobbyist.
Yeah, I like his work a lot, especially his I don't know if you've got it, but you've got his rat there, but his storm fiends, is it? They're quite nice, big, ugly monsters. For his Skaven army, they're quite nice.
Very cool.
Okay.
Also, I love the heat bloom on that flamer, but you guys know I'm really big fan of heat bloom effects. The Skaven, I thought this person did a brilliant job with the Skaven. I love the texture on the red. I love the stone effect. Just really nice work.
You're really nice work.
Got him.
I think it was his Chaos Space Marines, their next photo over, that I really enjoyed. I think his word bearers, they were quite nice to look at.
Oh wow.
I don't see a lot of people do the I don't know, it's like it looks like a very metallic kind of red. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly contrast paints or Tamiya maybe paints.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Is it's got that Tamiya over silver kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good though. I've thought about, and it's funny. I thought about doing that for a Space Marine chapter before, but then I was put off of that because I've seen some Thousand Suns done that way that look fantastic. Then I was put off of that because the same judge that we were just talking about earlier beat into my head that shiny Finnish Space Marines look stupid, and that you got to have a matte finish so everyone can see your highlights. So that's something that's always stuck with me, and I try and reflect in my current work. And I'm not saying that obviously I don't personally think they look stupid, because I love that person's word bearers, and I love seeing the Thousand Suns and stuff that I've seen. It's just anytime I go to do a clear coat over metallic, I get that in my head that you can't have shiny stuff. Anyways, this is by Hellworks, by Hellchild there in the chat.
The dude
doing
is
some converting
fool.
He is. We showcased, I think the last show we did together 2 weeks ago. This really cool it was a wolf lord jumping off the shield of another wolf brother pose. And here we have him recreating that with his own models. And I love that he's got the two-handed wolfen axes there to really, represent some hefty, beat stick vibes there. I think it's really cool looking.
What I'm going to say this,
Very,
I
very
think is really, really neat is the fact that he's modeled one of them after your own freak. The Jarl Alvar Deathwolf. This guy here, basically he said, this is what I would probably look like if I let my beard grow out. Like, probably so. I was feeling
That's awesome.
pretty much like that too. So, like, that's so cool. He does amazing work, man.
Speaking of amazing wolf lords, we have Brother Meeks in the chat.
What? What's up?
Good to see you, my brother.
Indeed. Okay, now here's where we start burning brushes.
This, I think, was sent to me by Heinrich Botha. And by sent to me, I think he posted it in Discord and I stole it.
Right.
But I love following Flameon miniatures. Flameon always makes me want to burn my brushes. Just
yeah.
I've been looking at joining his Patreon.
I'm sorry?
I've been looking at joining his Patreon.
Oh, dude.
I can see why.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Are their tutorials as good as I think they are? They look like they would be amazing. If you're a patron, I imagine you've probably seen some amazing stuff.
I haven't seen them yet, but
Okay.
I've thought about it. If I'm going to spend some money, besides obviously what I did earlier for you two, it'd be probably him or a couple of the other guys on there. I think you can fall down a rabbit hole very quickly for Patreon.
By the way, thank you so much, my brother.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate that.
But I got a comment. I mean, there's and some other people commenting on the chat, like the cloth. Okay, that type of that type of control. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. This is so well done.
It's like everything Flameon does, no matter what color it is, it's pretty much in the non-metallic style. It's so good.
and it's gosh, I feel like I paint so monochromatic watching this. It's like it's so gorgeous.
Ridiculous. But that's what
it looks like. Everything Flameon does looks like not the 3D model, but like something you would see posted on the wall of a museum.
Hey, look, it's Big D. I swear it looks like Big D.
It does kind of favor him in the face, doesn't he?
It does look like Big D. Dude, that's freaking Big D, bro.
Although I haven't seen Big D that pissed off before, but I would imagine that's
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I remember he had his hair just like this. That's Big D, bro. That is so D. Holy crap, that's Big D. That is very angry, pissed off Big D.
I love that this person managed. It always impresses me when people manage to get an expression on a miniature they painted. Definitely. This is incredible.
That's so cool. Good job on the fur. Very clean work on the shoulder pads. Very nice.
Awesome use of the 30K shields. I love those. Meeks is working on Ragnar Blackmane. That's awesome. So jealous. I want to get my hands on a Ragnar.
I swear I can sit Big D on this, man. That is so Big D. I mean, you put Big D's head on that, you would not tell the difference. That's like Big D.
I think Big D's wolf lord name is Dialthagar. So this would make a pretty good Dialthagar.
Yeah.
It just looks like the fate.
I like that axe. Come on. Do math. My God.
Now, we keep saying this is Big D, and we mean that this resembles Big D. Right. We're going to get to the name of this person here in a little bit.
Yeah, but this I could see Big D as this guy here, you know. Oh, that axe is so cool looking. That's so gorgeous. It's very angry. Damn. Somebody peed in his Wheaties.
Oh, shit. Do I don't?
What?
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
Don't know.
I just realized none of these pictures. Oh, picture. There it is. You got it. Whew. I started to panic there. I'm like, don't I have the name for this person somewhere? We always want to give credit for the week, and so this is Mini Painting Papa.
See, that could be Big
So
D's.
check them out.
That could be his side job or side hustle. I don't know.
So I definitely recommend going over to Facebook and checking out Mini Painting Papa.
Yeah, go check him out. Hey, by the way, and other people think the same thing. So, like Heinrich says, absolutely looks like a Big D. I don't know,
That's
like
awesome.
a Big D or Big D. I mean,
I think the Big D.
the Big D. Yeah.
And by the Big D, I don't mean John. Anyways. Speaking of Big D, we got the Gamecraft Dragon here.
That's right. Oh god.
Gamecraft Dragon, we were just talking about a model that looks exactly like you, but we're going to feature your work now, the Gamecraft Dragon. Check out this Death Skulls Shock Jump Dragster.
Gorgeous. Freaking gorgeous. This is someone who is going 0 to 60 on his airbrush, man, and crushing it.
I have to say, like he's got an urban basing tutorial. Go check out the Gamecraft Dragon. You can see that. And his urban basing with these vehicles on it feels so perfect. You can absolutely imagine these orcs cruising down the highway looking for some trouble to get into.
What kind of highways have you been to actually see that? What the heck? Oh, that's right. We worked at Greens Point. Never mind.
Wolf Wraith, the phenomenal painter, says everyone's work is looking so good. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Dang, man. That is so cool. Freaking pipes everywhere. Yeah, man. I got to give it to him. All right. This one has always been a hit.
You know, it's funny. I had 2 different people this week send me work from Shoshi this week.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Shoshi.
An incredible artist. How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you make sheer?
I mean,
How do you make
her sheer transparent cloth is phenomenal. Like she nails it every time.
That's incredible. Okay, and what I think really gets me is look at the expression. Just this is perfection. This is.
No, I was looking at her expression too.
I sure you were. Right up there.
I think so, Mini Wormmut, because typically I see, because I'm subscribed to her on YouTube, and then I'll see when she does a flood of videos that are like, I think before her Twitch videos stop being viewable for past videos, she uploads them all to YouTube, and so I still see those get flooded semi recently. So I'm going to show you guys some orky goodness in a little bit, and on that orky goodness, it's going to say check out my Instagram. But side note, this is going to be that Instagram we're going to refer to, the Story 1000 Suns. This is another one, just a phenomenal painter.
Beautiful, man. Wish I could see more of the legs, but she had an accident.
I absolutely, you guys know I love Viking stuff, and this shield maidens are one of my favorite things.
Very Skyrimish.
And yeah, absolutely. This particular shield maiden is just such a phenomenal job. I love, and you guys know I talk about this a lot. I want to be able to paint soft female skin tones one day, and this person just nailed it. I mean, it's got the pale aspect to it, but you've got the blush across the cheeks and the nose. It's just such good skin work. And I love the tattoos on here, the elbows, you're right. Everything about this. And then, of course, even the texture on her outfit, just everything looks amazing. The red hair, very eye-catching.
What do you think? How tall do you think? How big is this bust or this? I'm
not familiar enough with busts.
I mean, that's why it's more of a bust, but still, I'm curious to know how big this is.
If you wanted to, take a screenshot of it and ask Stephen.
Okay.
Stephen Fort in the Chaplain Wargamers. He does a lot of busts But Mr. Lees, he'll know it. He'll know. Mythos can do it later if you ask him.
Cool. I just love the fact that this looks so realistic. This is just it's a Norman Rockwell realism here. This is gorgeous.
I'm looking at books at the end of the month. I'm either going to try and source myself the Ragnar or a bust. One or the other.
That's incredible. I saw this. So I saw this on this person's page, and of course, my love for Final Fantasy VII, especially with the remake. Oh my God, Eris is a character that's always going to be near and dear to my heart, like forever. And this Eris is so phenomenal. I mean, just the look on her face, this again, the skin tones, the hair, her outfit.
Eyes.
This, honestly, just looking at this, I feel like I'm back in like 7th grade on summer vacation, sitting with, sideways in the living room chair, draping my legs over the side of the chair, playing Final Fantasy into the wee hours of the night, using my brother as a strategy guide who's sitting next to me. Dude, next you need to go here. Next you need to get this materia. My brother was like my walking strategy guide. I am back to my original playthrough of Final Fantasy VII as a teen, loving every minute of it right here in this bus. Like, I'm transported by this bus. This person has done such an incredible job. Like,
I don't know whether
I love when someone's work is so good they capture your fandom feels.
Oh. I've been seeing it recently. There's a bloke I've been following as of recent, Far, Far Away Miniatures, doing all the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, Legion, the Star Wars Legion miniatures, and he's just painting up the clone troopers in like legions and stuff. And it's just pure nostalgia.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, when minis can give you that nostalgic vibe, it's so cool. This is that same person, but on Facebook. So you can go follow them out there, and obviously they have a Patreon, they have a YouTube. I was going to take a picture of the YouTube too, but it didn't look active when I took a look at it. But Instagram is very active, and of course they are very they're obviously posting stuff here on Facebook. I think you guys are going to appreciate this orkiness here, because it's one of the things I love about Spud's orcs from Chilling Wargamers is they have that natural kind of skin tone around the mouth and places like that, mouth, the ears and stuff like that. This has kind of that hyper realistic feel. I say hyper realistic when we're talking about orcs, but you know what I mean. How you could imagine natural skin tones on an orc.
This is by Ivan Melnikov. Oh, next one.
So cool. Wait till we get to the close-ups and look at the teeth and the teeth and the expression on the face, the gums. Oh my God.
Cool.
Nice.
Wow, that is insane.
I thought I did a good job with my orc, and now.
Right? Time to burn brushes,
I was
bro.
just thinking, like, I've been researching all week how to start my orcs. I'm not sure I want to start my orcs now.
That's how we're done.
Ma, get me the isopropanol.
Hey, that Viking is the shield maiden from the hit series Vikings. I thought she might be related to the show. That's cool.
Is it Agatha? I think Agatha.
Cool.
But she's blonde in the Vikings TV series.
Such a great, in addition to how amazing the highlights there on the skin, looking from the top of the head and the spines on the head, that looks amazing. But also, like, the rusty metal effect just looks incredible too.
The fact that it looks so good while it's zoomed in, that's a testament to itself.
Like, this right here is so amazing. I would give this 4 out of 5 Elstons.
Right? That's pretty high.
Maybe 4.5. 4.5 out of 5 Elstons.
Oh, I don't know if it deserves that half.
Oh my gosh. Jeez, dude.
This is just so incredible. And the checker effects, the way the checkers are weathered. I mean, somebody had to go in there and paint the individual checkers and then rough up the paint like that paint had been roughed up. Checkers by themselves are a super. I mean, in my mind, they seem like a difficult thing to paint and get symmetrical looking. This person has painted beautiful checkers and weathered the shice out of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, this is near and dear to my heart here.
Ooh.
You guys know I love some salamanders and I love some flame effects. And you guys know my favorite flyer in the game is a Xiphon Interceptor. So when I saw Liam paint stuff, I just was like, oh my God, this has to be part of the Art of the Week.
Oh, man.
I like how from a distance you can tell that those like the jets look hot.
Yeah. And it's different. Most people draw them cold, like that white hot or that bluish. And he did that fiery hot. That looks great. And I love the flame. Oh, by the way, I remember I was seeing this tutorial on how to do the flames on this thing. This is so cool because I think it's the same guy who did this on that repulsor.
Nice.
This is gorgeous. Yeah, this is really beautiful work. This is well done. Because when I remember what he did was he went and drew it out first, which is different. He drew it out and then he went back and he started brushing it. And it's, oh man, this is just well done. Well done. Okay, and this is what I love too, the streaks. You see that streaking, that weathering streaking. That is so cool.
Okay, so Mini Warma says, please explain why salamanders have flames on their armor.
Oh yeah,
You go.
That's a good question.
Zach, you want to take a crack at this one?
No, I'll let the professional do it.
Oh, no professional here. Although as someone who's been reading a lot of the Horus Heresy, a lot of the stuff on their home planet, they have dragons there, but they're not flying dragons, they're land-based dragons, but they're like we think of as mythological salamanders, right?
I think you're more qualified, Mythos.
They breathe fire and stuff like that, and in fact, a lot of some of their special units or teams, called fire drakes and stuff like that. So just dragons have always been part of their iconography, and of course, in as part of that, the flames have always been part of that too. So just hot fire, dragons, it all kind of ties together for them. That was a poor explanation, but that's why we talked about last night. We come here because Mythos explains stuff poorly.
Well, I mean, the world that they were that they were found in, of course, was not a
Nocturnal.
Yeah, fiery. Yeah, nice fiery world. That's.
It is.
So Godzilla could be their Primarch. Yes, God. Except that Godzilla does not breathe fire. He breathes this radiation thingy. Yeah, he doesn't. It's not fire. So no, bad dad joke, Brian. Shh.
I don't think it's ever a bad dad joke.
Oh no. Yeah, Lily and I agree that no, we don't agree with that.
All right, so Nocturne is a death world, a turbulent volcanic orb riven with fire, radiation, and subject to destructive tidal forces caused by its moon, Prometheus. Nocturne is vastly rich in mineral wealth, and particularly in gemstones and precious metals, but sparse in stability of climate. So it is a very harsh, fiery world indeed.
So they were born of fire. Their faces are like black. So. I know, Brian. Dude, anybody that can airbrush or paint skulls like that on the front of that's just Yeah.
By the way, credit goes to 40K fandom wiki. There you go.
Right, hey, there you go, man. It's by Lenny Crafted. By the
Oh, I
way.
follow him. He's a lovely guy. He is lovely.
He paints lovely.
I want to say that Gamecraft Dragon sent me this.
Hey, either way, man, this is
Phenomenal,
epic sauce.
phenomenal freehand there.
Oh, look, dude.
I think Lenny is in the Chilling Wargamers Discord chat, I think, or on the page at least, because he follows them, or at least he follows them quite frequently. He likes some of my work. It's obviously nowhere near up to his standard, but he's a lovely bloke.
You guys know I love the jet bikes, and this is so incredibly well done.
Oh,
I mean,
I see.
this is definitely like.
Okay, this is by Ito Paints Miniatures. This isn't by Lenny Crafted. Thanks, Brian, for pointing that out. So what he does is he shares pictures from others that inspire him. This is really still epic sauce, man. Unbelievable.
So, Ito Paints Miniatures, so incredible.
It just say where I post pictures that you cannot comprehend my skills, so quit. I agree, man. I agree. But you know what? Like I told Mythos, we're not quitters. That's what we tell Chippendales anyway.
Please stop. Make us. We're like that guy from Office Space who keeps coming into work even though they keep firing him.
Right?
That's us at Chippendales.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, hey, we got to pay the bills, man.
Now I feel like Zangief. Wait, you got paid? This is just where I come to dance.
Guys, we've asked you to stop and go away, and you still come back, and you're not getting paid? Oh, yeah, we got paid. Look at the quarters I have. Look at all these quarters. Got a bit of stack of quarters here.
This entry comes from high up in orbit from the Phalanx. This one is the Nightly Gamer, also known as the Commodore, the official Smash captain of the Gamecraft Dragons chat.
I love me some Imperial Fist. That's
nice. I like how you use the alternative scheme as well from the Horus Heresy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very cool. What's interesting is that he had to adjust his recipe. We talked about this before, Freak, how his Imperial Fist Black recipe is a steel color with contrast paint on it. But obviously, as you and I have discussed before, contrast doesn't work so well on flat surfaces. So you mentioned in the Discord that he had to adjust how he was doing this. And I'm not sure what he did to adjust, but his final result looks great.
Well, it looks like the contrast actually made the metallic metallic look more weathered, more worn. I love it. Yeah, this looks really, really good. It's funny because it's the same. It's kind of the same. Well, similar, just a little. I think just a little reversed on what I did with mine. Yeah. So I had the yellow body and then the black trim, while he has more of the black or metallic body with the yellow trim, which is really cool. I love it.
Commodore, if you're still in the chat, my brother, or if Big D, you can answer this. I'm really curious how you ended up. I know you talked about you had some challenges with the contrast, so if you can talk about how you tweaked your formula, be interested to know because it looks great.
Yeah, contrast is not nice to flat surfaces. Well done.
And I do love how that metal has got that, it looks metally, right?
Yeah,
it's not
exactly
just one
right.
flat sheen.
And that's
silver,
what I think the contrast.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's what contrast did to that, Mythos. It gives it that metal look. It looks metal. Looks like sheets of metal have been put on this thing. Oh, he thinned the contrast.
Oh, okay,
out.
you just thinned the contrast out, so it didn't do as much of the pooling.
Did you airbrush that or do you hand brush that, Commodore? Because I hear a lot more people that are going into airbrushing contrast paints now.
Also, I like that he put the little Templar, not Templar, the little
Shut your mouth.
Terminator shield,
Uh-huh.
little Terminator shield on the chest there.
Yeah.
Really, give some
Hand paint.
detail, some extra texture, I guess, is the raised surface there.
Really?
He's got no airbrush. Nice.
You hand painted this? This is great. Holy cow! Well, hold on. I gotta go back to that because. Okay, so that takes it to a whole new level for me. You hand paint this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the smoothness. That is just flipping chickens, man.
That's what I was going to mention, is that for someone who does all hand painting, that is some smooth ass yellow. Yeah, yellow is hard to make look that smooth without an airbrush.
Right. Because oh man, you've got to make sure that your layers are absolutely even.
I just realized I'm getting a little excited and just talking over our guest. Zach, my man.
We have a guest.
How do you feel about this?
Where's the guest?
That's you, baby. I think you tried to say something earlier, and I think I ran over you. I apologize.
That's okay.
No,
I'm used to it.
Right.
I'm used to it, Zach. So it's okay. We're good.
No, it's all right. It's I'm just. I think Mythos might have said, but I really wanted to be on this chat. So the fact that I'm just sat here, it's perfectly fine, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
That sounds so sad.
Ooh.
It's like
I'm serious.
I'm just happy to be here. It's okay, y'all. I don't even have to say anything. I'll just be in the corner. So Mythos, you want to let me talk and say something? It's okay. But it's okay if you're not. Oh God, sorry.
Glad to be here.
Oh, dude, it's so glad to have you here, man.
All right. I'll pay for my second visit.
That's cool, dude. Cool. So, what do you think of this, Zach? What are your thoughts on these things, man?
I'll put in the comments for him. I don't know if he's here anymore, but I think he should be proud of that. It's a lovely yellow, and if you want to send me that steel recipe, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. Holy crap.
That's the thing about painting, is you should share what you know, because we're all a community, and I want a piece of what you've got, and I'll give you something that I've got.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll share my easy skin recipe for your dark metal recipe as that.
That's
I'm
awesome.
down with that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Gosh, dude. Okay, so this is again. I look. You got my heart at Imperial Fist, but you went a whole step further of doing this by hand. I respect, man. Holy crap.
Also, I like that he flipped over upside down a 5th Legion symbol decal there, and so it looks like the Spartan kind of symbol.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
that is really well done, man. Well freaking done. Oh, good job.
The Nightly Gamer, go check him out. Lead Belcher base with gray contrast. Nice.
A lot of amazing entries, Mythos. Holy crap. This is getting serious, bro.
Yeah, because I wasn't on last week, so I had 2 weeks worth of just amazing art of the week people have been sending me. It's been. I love when you guys participate in art of the week by sending me stuff, and it's really awesome to have this kind of interaction with you guys. And the fact that we have a couple of the artists here in the chat that are able to talk about their work. It's pretty
Nice. Cool. All right, who's this? This is the Legend Studio.
Cool. Give them a Blood Angel Librarian. Love the glow on the axe too, and of course
that pack. I love that backpack.
Oh, nice one, Commodore. Thank you for the recipe.
the colors really pop together. And Gamecraft Dragon says, and we did almost no art last night. Yeah, we didn't get through much, did we?
No, not much.
We got kind of derailed.
That's what.
Hey, since we have Brother Big D in the chat before we get off for the evening, do you mind if we do that special Chaplain Emo we had for him last night?
Oh yeah, he gets to actually see it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's
I
jump
think
on
this
that
one
real
is
quick.
another. Yep, this is another show sheet.
Yep.
Oh my God, her skin tones.
All right. Let's come back to that, and let's do the Chaplain Emo. Let's see.
This for you, Big D.
Oh God, I have to pull it out. So. Gotta set it because we had a whole.
He says, I didn't even get my own emo. We got so derailed last night with just
man,
good conversation.
So bad. It was so bad. 3. There it is.
But hey, we were all chatting and having a good time and celebrating your birthday, my
We
man.
did. It was all good. All right, here it is.
Men, join with me to celebrate a special birthday of a special friend, Big D. I don't remember anyone celebrating my birthday.
There you go.
Oh,
Poor Chaplain. He's so lonely. Oh man. All right. What we got? Art of the week. Poor guy. Yeah, he does have friends, and nobody goes to his birthday. All right, show sheet.
man. So I love the colors that they used in her hair horn things. It reminds me of the hair horns that oh my gosh, my favorite game, babe, the witch from Dragon Age. She's not in the room, apparently. Anyways, reminds me of those. Man, that hair looks so good though, and the skin tone.
Is it the Quinari? Is it you're thinking about?
Huh?
Is it the Quinari, the one with the horns?
Oh no, I was thinking of Morgan's mom. In the second one, she's
Ah.
got the hair horns. And I remember Morgan's mom. This guy.
Looks like a
Look
painting.
at this guy.
Looks like a painting.
This is more work from the Crimson Painter.
Jesus, this is crazy. I swear it looks like a painting. This is, oh man, that is.
Your labor of love. This one.
Indeed, it is, man.
Well, I was originally painting it for myself, but like just at the very end, I was like, I know who would appreciate this even more than me.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, look
I
at
used the games. I used the box art. If I could use it, I used it to make sure it was as accurate as possible. Because the box art isn't as accurate to the game. Like the painter did a couple of things that isn't how it looks.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, screw that. I'll do it the way I want it.
Dude,
How it really,
your non-metallic is just sick.
And your textures on all your leathers and furs, and I mean, it looks like the game.
Dude, this is all non-metallic, is it?
No.
Is it? No, it's a
just,
metallic work?
It's true metallic metals.
Okay. Well, geez, dude.
I wanted to do non-metallic metal, but I didn't want to keep building layers by getting it wrong.
Gotcha.
I had to change it. I had to do regular, but if I was to get one, I will do it with non-metallic metals. But I was still happy with how it turned out.
You do that, I'd love to see that. I am really impressed with that kind of work, So this is really gorgeous.
I mean, this is another one. This transports me back to playing the video game.
Yeah, I love Skyrim, man.
I took some out of Darren Latham's episode 10, where he does the base. He does the Valhallan snow, and while it's wet, it uses blue and green inks. I did some of that as well. You can see I tried to add in variety and all sorts. I was really happy with how it turned out. And I got a video of obviously the bloke it went to, my friend Stephen Fleming on Peninsula Hobby and Chill. I got his wife to, like, she knew about it. I got got his wife to take a video. So I've got him unboxing it, and I've got my girlfriend to write a really nice handwritten letter, saying why he's got my model in the post, and he didn't know about it or anything. He's very, very happy.
That's amazing. Please tell me that when you make the jump back to the YouTubes, that you plan on teaching us how you get leather texture to really look like leather like this.
I will give it my best go. Funny enough, actually, I was working on some leather while we've been chatting as well. It's not there; it needs a few more highlights. But I worked on a leather pouch while we've been chatting.
You really sell your texture there. Meeks. Oh, that's okay, chat. My birthday was the 23rd, and I got nothing. Oh, I'm so sorry, my brother. I am so sorry.
I had no idea. Did you know?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. It's not the same, is it? No, it's. Oh, I have shame. All right, we got to do something special.
It was your
Not
50th as well. Oh wow!
Just
We were just talking. It was the Gamecraft Dragons 50th.
Yep,
What
okay.
year was that? That was a good year. We
All
had some
right.
real.
Hold on now. There you go.
There we go. In all seriousness, happy birthday to you both. 1970. That was a good year for sure. It's like when people talk about wines, they're like, man, some amazing vintages came from that year. Same way, some amazing painters came from 1970, apparently. And some badass people.
Like Meeks and Big D. Who's got a Big D?
Awesome. Awesome. Gosh. So that was just a ton of awesome art of the week this week, guys.
Oh, man,
all of that was so great. Minnie Warmut says a legend was born in 1973 as well, guys. There.
I wasn't born then.
Wow.
So, speaking of which, what year is it, Zach, my man? You seem like a very talented, but a young, pretty young guy.
97.
Oh my God! Well, you know what? Actually, Darklight and another beautiful person, both come from around that same time period. So I guess that's not that far off.
97.
I'm sorry, he said 97.
Yeah, I was about to say,
97.
I was thinking 87.
Okay, so here's the thing. My oldest daughter was born in 93.
Jesus. Yeah. So, see, this is why we don't allow beautiful people like our man Weatherpig to mention age or time in the chat.
No, because I'm rolling out and in my walker with the tennis balls.
It's why we don't have young people on the chat.
We let them on. It's just when they get to talking about age and time, sometimes we need them.
Just terminate it. Oh, sorry, we lost connection. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me something to yell at, like, get the F off my lawn, So.
What? Wybird, were you really born? No, you weren't born in 2009. You're pulling my leg. No, you were painting in the 90s, my man. Don't lie to me.
Oh, my God.
23 years.
Wybird threw me off for a minute there. I was like, what?
3. Good. 97. Oh, my God. Actually, my 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually is the same age as my middle daughter, as Nina Chick.
Mentally, I'm 10 or 4.
Wybird just took advantage that I'm like the world's only Asian who's bad at math, because I just realized with his joke just now, he'd be like 11 now.
You're half Asian, so we you know, it's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good. All good. Jam to damn jar. Little
Jam jar, we have the herd here.
I love
Zach,
those
my man.
emojis. Those are my favorite.
A little bit of an interview portion, man. What are you most proud of that you've ever painted, and what are you most proud of, if you do any kit bashing or converting, that you've ever put together?
Okay, so I'd say probably that Dragonborn miniature was my most enjoyable model to paint, because I was painting until the very end. I was painting it for me, and then obviously the reaction I got was possibly the most humbling experience. But I'd say, yeah, the Dragonborn, or probably that one neophyte cultist getting the eyes just dead straight on, you know, looking like he's looking somewhere, skin tone's nice. I got good reaction off all the posts, like all the places I posted it. Obviously, Dan's enjoying it. Yeah, I'd say that's probably my proudest moment, really, that painting for someone else.
Awesome. Do you do any kit bashing or converting?
Kit bashing wise, I am working obviously on my dust graders. I have 3 ton of. I wrote down a list with my girlfriend the other day of what I've got boxed, what I've got unboxed, and I will be converting a lot of it or all of it to make it mine. So, and I'll show you some photos later. But like I've done a squad of 5, and they've all got like silenced bolt rifles, scopes,
Nice.
different helmets, antennas. I've got another squad with all the shield, like the shields that you can get from the kits. They've all got them on. Going to raid my girlfriend's bits box as well, because I bought a 5-man squad, and they've got so many cool bits on there, like all the flip-up screens on the wrist.
She's got her own bits box. That's awesome.
She's got a small force of Space Marines from the Conquest, but for Christmas I bought her a 5-man squad so she could make them a bit more personal.
Cool.
But yeah, I do enjoy kit bashing. Another miniature.
I know that you like the dust graders. In fact, you know, you were looking quite strapping when we did the photo shoot for that thumbnail there, you know.
Oh yes.
You were saying other stuff?
You used it as the artist of the week, the William Wallace from Infinity, the one that I did the kilt, the tartan on. I was quite proud of that as well. I was really proud of how that turned out as well.
That was awesome.
To be honest, I just enjoy the hobby. So going forward, it's just like there'll always be a next favorite, because it's just you get to see how you progress, and I just love it.
Sure. Freakalicious, you got any questions for our amazing guest here?
No, not really. Just know we got to wrap up. Just really glad that he was able to make it, man. Freaking awesome.
Yep.
No, pleasure is all mine. Obviously, Freak, I want your Space Wolves recipe, if you could send that to me.
Oh, absolutely. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll send
Awesome.
that. Which one? The ones
Mythos
that I
was
just
telling
did?
me it was Mythos was telling me it's a bit of this, a bit of that, but if you could tell me kind of the rough colours, just...
Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see here. Not derpy. He's derpy as hell. Let me see. Okay, so... Now, are you looking more at the wolves or more so the actual model itself, the mini, the riders?
The mini.
Okay.
The riders.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to get that to you and find out, because I gotta remember what the hell it was. I don't remember. But yeah,
how you mix together different colors to get your Space Wolves.
I did. So yeah. So here's the thing. The one thing I actually followed was Kenny Boucher's style of painting. So you start out with a black, and you start working up with to the blues, and just keep layering over and over until I get to the light gray, grayish blue, and that's kind of what I got there. So I just started with a black, and then just worked my way up. Which is unusual for me, because I never liked to do that, but that was something that I saw that Kenny Boucher does, and his stuff comes out so amazing. I did the same thing with the wolf, but you start off with the black and start layering. Yeah, the wolves turned out really, really nice. Again, and it's so weird to think that used to be black. I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'll get this as light as I like it, but I keep forgetting, paint covers. Go figure. So it actually worked out. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll have to come up with look at my paints to see what I used. But I remember mixing the living
It's gonna be hard
hell
to
out of this.
You use the Master's Artist
I did
paints, right?
Master Touch on that. Yeah, I used like, I don't think they're considered craft paints, but they're definitely not. Come on, focus. They're definitely non standard. These guys here.
Not miniature paint.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not. They're more probably for canvas. These guys here, but they're all acrylics.
Oh yeah.
But surprisingly,
yeah, they'll work the same.
Yeah. It was surprisingly even though they're very thick, once they're thinned down, they're absolutely beautiful. The tint or the actual tints on them, they're just I can't believe how close they are to Games Workshop's. Which I thought was hilarious. Like, I actually compared this to Evelyn Sunset, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, it looks identical. So there's just not as flat though. So anyway, good stuff.
Would you say you're working more on your wolves or your Imperial fists at the moment?
That's a good question. Well, since the Codex has come out recently for my Imperial fists, I've been just painting more on my fists. But I'll be honest with you, since my daughter's boyfriend's really interested in the game, I'm probably going to lean more to painting wolves now. I don't know why. I don't know why that triggered, but for some reason I'm leaning more towards that, because I want to have a better army. That way I can hey, you play my Imperial Fist and I'll play the wolves, and I can actually start developing my game and strategy in this. So that's kind of where I'm at. So we'll see. I'm hoping he gets excited about it and wants to play the Imperial Fists, because they're more vanilla than the wolves. I think it'll be easier to digest and play. While the wolves are definitely more dynamic. There's a lot of rules, a lot of complexities that I still have to learn more about. That I'm excited to learn. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hoping that'll work.
There may be a little psychological twist to it too. There may be a little bit of just wanting to get up in glorious melee combat to, punch a daughter's boyfriend in the face.
Showing me fun.
Bring it.
And then you're like, yeah. And then this wolf that looks, that's painted to look like Marley, gets in an extra 3 attacks and bites and rends.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Talking about how your paint recipe is going to be hard to nail down. I think Baphomet says, just lie. He will never know. I suppose you might know.
So
that's a lovely wolf.
So my hold on. Let me see if I can get her.
Can he still? You can still hear us, can he? Can he still hear us now or not?
I can still hear.
Yeah, but can Freak
Oh
still
no,
hear us?
he won't be able to hear us without the headphones.
I want to ask him if he likes Torgadon or is it Torgadon? Is it or the Imperial Fists captain?
Yeah, Torgadon.
I want to find out which one he likes more. You know why.
He's got a tour though.
Okay, so a friend of ours, he's a friend of the channel, good friend of ours. His name is Atlas, and he's been on the channel a couple of times, and he asked me, he was like, "Come here, baby." He asked me to paint his Fenrisian wolves, and he says, "Dude, I don't paint them like normal wolves. Paint them in the color scheme of like my German Shepherd." I was like, "You do realize I have a German Shepherd as well?" He goes, "Oh no, really?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "Well, go ahead and paint it using her scheme," and that's exactly what I did. I painted, the wolf on a shepherd scheme, and it was based off of Marley. This girl here, Marley.
I so wanted to.
Yeah, hey baby. But this was this was a long time ago though, when her ears were actually a little more pointier. Now they've kind of drooped a bit, but yeah. So so that's what I wanted to do. So actually, it turned out pretty cool. This is my first attempt to actually paint.
Yeah, that's a lovely model.
Yeah, paint something that closely related to more of a doggy instead of the wolf. But anyway, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Center that
I
up
kept
a
5 of
little.
those.
Yeah,
You got 5 of them.
yeah. There's
Yep.
a story to that because
He was offering up his.
Yeah, go ahead, tell me this.
I was just going to say, I was buying them off of our friend Atlas because his Space Wolf army got destroyed. He was selling off the bits and pieces, and I bought the wolves off of him, and then gave Freak half of them. I'm like, I'm keeping the other half because I also have a shepherd.
Yeah. So we're,
Oh.
yeah, and oh man, I mean I painted his entire wolf army, and dude, I'm so glad he at least gave us the opportunity to be able to kind of keep it in the family, you know. That was my first, honestly, that was my very first commission that I've done for Space Wolves. I've never done Space Wolves ever, and he allowed me to do that. And oh man, there's one conversion he did where it's a dreadnought, and he's got the claw, the frost claw, and it's this thing, he's got a dead cow just completely impaled on the claw. It just looks amazing. So yeah, but yeah, it came out.
That's awesome. Commodore says that Freak is going wolves because a young pup is coming to take his daughter.
That's right. That's right. Now you play with this. Yeah, you play with Imperial Fists. You'll like them. Ah!
Any closing thoughts for you, Zach, my man?
I've really enjoyed being on the show. I can't wait for potentially a second one. Obviously, if you'll have me.
Hell yeah.
I've got a couple of things in the pipeline. Obviously, you two will be the first to know. Also, we'll keep it brief though. Freak, do you prefer Torgadon or Ragnar? The new sculpts. Which one do you prefer?
For the new sculpts, hobbies, honestly, Ragnar. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but you know why? I like Torgaron's sculpt, but it just looks basic. This is coming from Imperial Fist player. I love my fists, but just the whole, what was that movie? Mythos Soldiers, Miniature Soldiers, or something like that. Whatever.
Boy Soldiers.
Boy Soldiers. That's it. Yeah, it has that same buzz cut, like, very common. But Ragnar's pose is just looks fantastic. It looks dynamic, very dynamic. And I'm thinking, why couldn't they have done that with Torgaron? So
I think in a way though, it really does show their personalities, doesn't it? One's obviously part way stoic, mid-siege.
Right.
The other one's leaping off a rock, ready to give the.
It really is. That's actually a good observation because you can see the genealogy coming from from Dorn. You can kind of see that same stoicism.
Exactly. You can see how it's been instilled.
Yeah, and then of course,
fathers, you see the characteristics.
And then the wild, just dynamic, let me have it, mindset of Rus, that flows right into Ragnar. I think that's just fantastic. I got chills just thinking about that. Holy crap!
That's awesome.
So,
otherwise, though, no, I've really enjoyed it. I'm really grateful that you've had me.
We've enjoyed hanging out with you, man. You definitely match up with our personalities.
I'm glad that we got Freak all passionate and fired up, ready to paint. If you don't do any painting later, or at least show your daughter's boyfriend who's the boss in a polite way.
It was so funny. I'm not gonna lie.
But this is why you
they're just pulling up.
No.
They're just pulling up. So I'm gonna say this real quick. So when they came to visit for the first time, he got to meet me. Right, there's a game that I have on my VR called The Thrill of the Fight, and basically it's like a one-on-one with an opponent and all the mechanics are just exactly the same as if you're fighting, and this guy's in your face, and you're knuckling up with this guy, and so I let him go first. He was wiped on the first round, I took the thing, went 3 rounds with his cat, knocked him out, and he tells my daughter, he goes, "Man, he's got some huge arms. I was dying on that first round. I would never want to take on your dad." You keep thinking that, buddy.
So
when you've got arms that big.
you did the VR equivalent of cleaning your gun when the boyfriend walks in.
Yeah, which I've done. Which I have done successfully. I have my 40 on the table. Come on in. Yeah, and they're looking at the table, you know, and then finally I assemble my my 40, and they're coming up to the door. That's so cute. Yeah.
No, I don't mean to hold you any longer, but no, I really enjoyed it. I'll go show my girlfriend now so she can watch it back. Yeah. Oh, look, it's me. Yeah,
Hey, look, Mom, I'm on TV.
No, I'm really grateful. Yeah, I look forward to the next one, or even just regular hobby and chill hangouts with the two of you on obviously more American friendly times. I look forward to any of them that I can be part of. Really, like I said though, I just want to give back to the community the best way I can. That way to me is just hanging out and just being positive. Really, I think the thing I can give to anybody is just my enthusiasm. Really.
Yeah,
definitely. Really appreciate it. Yeah, obviously I'll beg Mythos when I can come back on for a second time. Please, let me come on again. I need the limelight.
Awesome. Big Mac Dansko says, "I think everyone who's been on is eager to get back for a second outing." Oh, thank you both so much. Those are high compliments.
Hi.
Hobby time would be awesome with you.
Chick.
Nice.
Hello.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've
Yeah, I know.
There's Nina herself.
been here.
Yeah, there's Nina herself.
Well, hello there.
I'd be happy to be on anyone's chat for the dragons saying about it. I'm happy to be on anyone's channel, to be honest, or chat. I just enjoy talking about things that we all love together.
Awesome. Wrapping it up, guys. Just want to give big thanks to our guest, the Crimson Painter. Where all places can they find you, Zach, my man?
So I've got Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram, all the Crimson Painter. Facebook as well, where I will post generally pictures of what I'm working on. I'm in the Chilling Wargamers Discord. I'm on Peninsula Hobby Chill and Chat and Blackjack Tabletop Legacy, I think it is. Otherwise, just find me on Facebook, and I'll talk to anybody about anything really when it comes down to Warhammer.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm also in your Patreon now as well. If you want to find me there.
Very nice.
Thank you so much again.
Very nice. So much.
Speaking of our Patreons, we're definitely going to go ahead and shout everyone that's out. We appreciate everyone's support. Guys, if you are listening on earphones or speakers, you may want to turn me down a touch or mute me for a second because I get really excited during these. But we thank everyone for their support, whether they've been watching, chatting, hitting that like button. We appreciate all of that. But those who help us out over on Patreon, we want to give thanks. Here it comes, guys. We want to give thanks to Bloodclaw, Running Bear, Bloodclaw, Richard,
The Nerd Life.
Richard at the Nerd Life,
So don't make me come after for you.
Bloodclaw, Big Mac Danskulls.
Because he's big. Come on, man. Help me. Come on.
Bloodclaw, Mini Warmutt,
Because he's mini.
Bloodclaw, Big D of the Gamecraft Dragon,
Because he's got a big D.
Bloodclaw, Chief Live Gaming,
He is the chief.
Bloodclaw, Inquisitor Zane,
The Zany Zane, also known Hubmaster.
Grey Hunter, Brother Roxas,
IT Master.
Grey Hunter, Zach of the Crimson Painter,
Zach, the man, the myth, and the legend.
Oh, I like that.
the man who will drop his pants at the drop of a hat, Wolfguard, Kalo,
Is he a good Jedi or a bad Jedi?
our very own Smash Captain moderating the chat with his banhammer, Wolfgang Archer!
Smash.
And then we have the man, the Wolf Lord, known to mysteriously make enemies disappear from their very own hideouts. The Wolf Lord Anonymous.
We don't know who you are, but we will find you, and we will thank you.
And the man who single-handedly stopped 6 of the Black Crusades by himself.
Yep.
The ultimate Wolf Lord. Guys, thank you so much for all of your support on Patreon or here on the channel. We really appreciate everything you guys do for us. In fact, I was just explaining last week that I'm able to do the top-down paint chats like I started last week because Patreon support has allowed me to get a swing arm for my webcam here. So now I can do chill chats. It's going to help me better be able to do tutorials and stuff like that in the future. So you guys helping us out really, really is big for us. Plus, we're going to be able to meet some of you guys because stuff like this is going to help us get somewhere next week. Freak and I are looking at, maybe Adepticon or LBO or something next year. So this is going to be an opportunity for us to really get to meet some of you guys at, a future convention or something like that. That'll be awesome.
Exciting, man. I'm gonna have to get one of those swing
also,
arms
we want to
for
make
my
sure that
camera.
you guys check out. I'm sorry?
I'm gonna have to get one of those swing arms for the camera.
Oh, yeah. We'll
Good idea.
get you one ordered up. No problem, brother. I didn't know you needed it.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I got it for the boom mic, but I could definitely use it for the camera.
Oh, yeah. They're really helpful.
You have to send me
in
the
fact-
link as well so I can buy one.
If anyone's interested in one, you can see in our Amazon affiliate link below. Wait, is it below?
Yes, it's in
Did we
there.
do that today?
I'll put it in there.
It is below. Where you can get wing arm like ours. So that's pretty cool. And of course, we'll remind everyone to go check out the Edict Beer Wargamers Unification Group and the Chilling Network or the Chilling Wargamers group on Facebook. Check them out. Amazing people. And that is going to lead me into our final thing for the evening, the 100% true Elstonation fact this week.
Oh, yeah.
If you go check out the Chilling Wargamers, they had an amazing live chat this week where Elston, live in front of everyone, painted up an Atlantis miniature Cerberus all in the span of one Chilling Wargamers live chat 1 hour challenge. Now, the thing is, 100% true Elstonation fact, scientists have actually studied the footage and found out that for the 100% 1 hour challenge, Elstonation actually had to slow down his painting so that way the camera could catch it. And that's why it's being at the point.
I knew it. Lightning speed, man.
And that, guys, is this week's 100% true Elstonation fact.
He must have fell asleep, during that time when it actually caught him slowing down enough to paint.
Do a Frost and Hey, we talked about conventions. Mini Warm-Up says do a Frost and Fist Con. Meet up in Texas. That would be cool.
One day. Could happen.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us, guys. We really appreciate hanging out with you guys. If you guys like today's episode, make sure you grab up an ox and smash that like button.
Not an ox, but an axe.
Drop us some comments down below. Let us, feel free to be part of any of these ridiculous conversations. Check out my man Crimson Painter 77, who's going to be revamping his YouTube channel, and he's part of the Chilling Network, so he's a brother to us. He's going to be a returning guest on the show one day, so he's family to us. So check him out. Yeah, amazing painter. Check him out. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to my man or this channel or any of the members of the Chilling Network, guys, we would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fist. Until next time, guys. Stay
Stay
frosty.
frosty.